Mutual funds are subject to market risk. Read all scheme related documents carefully. इस डिस्क्लेमर की तरह ही इन्वेस्टमेंट बहुत ट्रिकी सब्जेक्ट है और फिनेंस बहुत ही रिस्की मैटर है। बहुत कम लोगों के पास इसकी एक्सपर्टीज होती है क्योंकि वो जानते हैं कि इन्वेस्टमेंट 3 चीज़ों का मिश्रण है: साइकोलॉजी, आर्ट और साइंस। भट्टी में जब तांबे और निकल को तपाया जाता है उसके बाद ही कार्विंग होने पर रुपयों के सिक्के बाहर आते हैं। एक इन्वेस्टमेंट एडवाइजर भी वक्त के साथ सीखने के बाद ही एक एक्सपर्ट वेल्थ क्रिएटर बनता है। हार्दिक नायक, जो अपने आप सीखा, पहले खुद पर इम्प्लीमेंट किया और साथ ही अपने साथ साथ औरों के लिए भी वेल्थ क्रिएट की। हार्दिक नायक की प्रोफेशनल जर्नी 1994 में शुरू हुई जब उन्होंने अपनी खुद की कंपनी की शुरुआत की। हर बड़ी चीज की शुरुआत एक छोटे कदम से ही तो होती है।
Then I wanted to do a self-employed model. When I was in grade 12, my father had a desire and vision that I should pursue chartered accountancy. So I was with the office of chartered accountant, where I started learning and reading balance sheets, data, accounting, and I realized that there is a lot of power in creating wealth on paper.
ग्रेजुएशन के बाद सीए ना पसंद करते हुए वो इन्वेस्टमेंट की तरफ मुड़ गए।
When I completed my graduation, I realized that probably CA is not the course that probably I am looking for, and thus I switched to investment.
एक छोटे से शहर से शुरुआत करके उन्होंने अपनी एक अलग पहचान बनाई।
I stay in a very small town, Navsari.
नए सफर की शुरुआत हमेशा मुश्किल होती है।
It was tough to initiate the advisory model in investment, because I'm talking 27 years back in 94, when people had only limited choices in investment, banks and insurance. So within financial assets, mutual fund was a very big challenge for us to educate and enroll clients. So initial years for us was full of struggle. As I told you, there were least believer people would not, because the very idea of investing has an association of losing money too. So people were quite concerned that अगर मैंने इसमें इन्वेस्ट कर दिया तो कैसा कल में पैसा गवा तो नहीं दूंगा. But then we have our own simple method, approach, our own local credibility. So people trusted us, and then we gradually could build some good number of client base in city called Navsari, and then we grew to South Gujarat, then we moved to Gujarat, and then आज के डेट में हमारे पास फॉरेन में भी बहुत से कस्टमर्स हैं।
इरादे मजबूत हो तो मंजिल मिल ही जाती है, बस जरूरत होती है तो किसी के मार्गदर्शन की।
Yeah. So when we started in 94, initially it was all a road of struggle, but at the same time I had a mentor partner who helped me to shape my career. He was a retired tax consultant, and his credibility and guidance has helped me. And initially it was the credibility, goodwill of my partner that has helped me. And thus I learned that if I were to grow my organization, the image building, the credibility, the character of the organization is of paramount importance. And thus we focus on the value system of our organization. The punchline of our business is inspiring trust. Now, how do we inspire trust? A, we have to deliver return, and B, we have to maintain relationship. If I were to give you example of our few of the stakeholders, A is our principal, NJ India Invest, with whom we have 27 years of relationship. B, our customer, with whom we have decades of relationship. There are few families with whom we have more than 2 decades of relationship. Third is our employees. We have employees today with more than 2 decades of relationship with us. And between these 3, probably we are very happy that so far we have been customer friendly, we have been employee friendly, and we have been honest to our principle. So thus the relationship has helped us to maintain our punchline inspiring trust. Now let me share my joyous relationship with NJ India Invest. They started in 94, we started in 94. Their punchline is built on trust, our punchline is inspiring trust. The credit that I would be happy to share to NJ Group, that they have been so friendly, so fair in transactions, that there has not been an event where any transaction or relationship were looked with an amount of doubt. The power of NJ belief is that they believe in 100% support to the partner, and I, as their first and oldest partner, I have been privileged to have all the 360-degree support from NJ Group. The single most important thing that at NJ Group is this customer centricity. There is a high degree of customer centricity that they believe and they practice, and that has by default helped us to grow our advisory business. And the power of technology, power of data, power of knowledge that they share with us has empowered us today to build a team of 35 talented individuals and more than 5,000 clients that today we have to cater. And we are very happy that the asset under management today we cater is close to 450 crores of rupees. Also, we have dealt with them on insurance. Also, we have dealt with them on real estate, and at all the platform we are very happy with them. See, when we talk about a wealth management company, the age matters, the experience matters, the consistency matters. For me, I am happy that we have been into this advisory business for 27 years.
कुछ भी नया सीखने के लिए ना तो कोई सही वक्त होता है, ना कोई उम्र.
So I learned big lesson of life that in an investment advisory business, the principal face of the founder has to be extremely credible.
वक्त से ज्यादा शक्तिशाली और बड़ा और कोई ट्यूटर है क्या?
That I learned from my customer, from my business, that when panic is there in market, it is only the emotion of the customer that needs to be managed.
वेल्थ मैनेजमेंट हकीकत में बिहेवियर मैनेजमेंट है.
Then we realized that we are not into the business of wealth management alone. We are more into the behavior management.
सेविंग्स करने के लिए उसकी सही परिभाषा को समझना बेहद जरूरी है.
Income minus expense is equal to savings. And probably this wrong definition has killed many families and deprived many families to build their wealth. So for past many years we are stick to this basic first principle that income minus savings is equal to expense.
वेल्थ क्रिएशन करना कोई आसान काम नहीं था.
While combining all those needs and want, I thought I have to generate wealth for the self, and it is not easy. So what must be the ideal practice that must be adopted? So we thought that it is discipline, it is perseverance, it is goal linked, it is thinking win-win. So those are the things that has came to my mind, and then we put it to the practice.
सक्सेस का असली मजा अकेले चलने में नहीं, सबको साथ लेकर आगे बढ़ने में है.
Helping families. So there is a saying that givers get and probably I firmly believe that whatever I have shared has came back to me by way of reward. So I'm immensely happy with whatever we are doing today in wealth advisory business. See, one of the key components for any wealth management company is to generate alpha or generate returns for the customer. Now, how do we ensure that customer makes money, customer do not lose his capital? The only proven way is to engage and empower a customer. We as a company for last 26 years must have done more than 1,000 investors awareness program. The very objective of this investor awareness program is to help them educate about some basics thing that will help them to keep their faith in us, to keep their patience in the long-term investment, and thus ultimately achieving the goal that he is aspiring. Let me give you some simple example. The people do not know the difference between savings and investment, right? Second, they do not understand the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Then there is an ambiguity that what is need and what is want. We do not know. We often mistakenly calculate the pre-tax and post-tax returns. Right? Then there is another component called present value and future value. Now, here lies a catch that people do not realize the difference between present value and future value. It is therefore they are okay with the big amount that today looks visible, but in future it will have a least purchasing power. Present value and future value.
एडवाइस तो हर कोई देता है, पर इन्वेस्टर की नीड को समझकर एडवाइस देना बेस्ट रिजल्ट की तरफ ले जाता है.
There is a proven theory of fear, hope and greed that continues to work regardless of market condition. And when one walks in to meet me for counseling, I only have to identify, is he operating from fear, is he operating from hope, or is he operating from greed? And we only have to check the balance between fear, hope and greed. And if we are successful in understanding that if I can control your greed, if I can control your fear, I can convince you that yes, long term, these are the associated risks, but this is the potential return. Probably wealth building is a simple process that we do.
If you are born poor, it is not your mistake. But if you die poor, then it is. गरीबी के आगे घुटने टेकना उन्हें मंजूर नहीं था.
Probably this is what I exactly felt for myself. I am not born to a rich family. I am rather born to a cultured middle class family. My father was with Indian Air Force, but he retired early. And I can say my father, when he died, he even did not hit his bank account. But the gift of confidence that the family offered me helped me to understand that if you are to be wealthy, it is first mentally, then spiritually, and then literally. So mentally I was very sure. I never doubted for a moment that I will be rich. Now then I started learning because I was privileged to have association with always, be it at office, be it at home, be it at friend circle, the business community. I was always associated with rich people. And I was learning the lifestyle. I was learning that what has helped them to build their wealth. How can I be wealthy?
फिर और क्या, सक्सेस का हाथ थाम कर वो आगे बढ़ते गए और शिखर की नई ऊंचाइयों को सर करते गए।
You know, when in 2004 I qualified for a very prestigious global community of insurance professionals called MDRT, Million Dollar Roundtable. And in 2004 I qualified for that international community, and I was privileged to attend the convention in USA. And there I learned that the misconception of advisors, the wrong way of purchasing insurance policy of consumers, and I could rectify from that conference that yes, there are many wrong sales practice that is there in India, and it is therefore probably insurance is not helping the consumer the way it should have been helped. And thus we put that learning to practice, and we continue to believe that it has to be a more life coverage than the amount of premium. We do not focus on commission, we focus on coverage of the client.
वेल्थ क्रिएट करने के लिए सबसे जरूरी है वेल्थ मैनेजमेंट के गोल्डन रूल्स को समझना।
Also, there is an interesting thing that is a very proven wealth management strategy that start early, keep on investing, and third is invest in right asset class. If you apply these three principles, then you are so sure to build your wealth, and that has exactly helped us to build our organization. We started early. We started shouting mutual fund, need-based term insurance, health insurance, estate planning, all those unheard in 2000, so 20 years back. And the started early has genuinely helped us today.
सफलता के लिए केवल एक्टिव इनकम का नहीं मगर पैसिव इनकम का होना भी बेहद जरूरी है।
Now, passive income is something that must replace your active income. That is possible if you have long-term investment, if you have asset allocation-based strategies, and if your portfolio is well diversified. So, in hours of crisis, there is always that passive income that takes care. So, insurance, it is a different way of putting that it is an insurance of your active income. So, that is what we actively believe, that one family must be sufficiently having liquidity. And for those, we have introduced multiple concepts in our office: Millionaire Club, the Millionaire Club, Healthy, Wealthy, Happy Families. Thus, we ensure that your asset allocation is managed. Thus, we manage that your risk is adequately planned, and your actively and passively managed business income are well taken care of.
As a wealth management company, we deal with three verticals: mutual fund investments, insurance, whereby we cater the life insurance and non-life insurance, and third vertical is real estate. Now, why real estate? Within real estate, if you were to divide Indian investment pattern, then it is divided into two parts: the physical assets and the financial asset. And the contribution to the physical asset is larger than that of financial asset. Within physical asset, there are two sets of people: investors and consumers. And we primarily more deal with the investors. Now, when it comes to investment, again it requires skill set, it needs fund management. So we have our own exposure with one of the world's #1 platform, Remax, where we were associated in past as the franchise. Fine, in India, the practices in real estate, probably there is no advisory model. So we deal with the same broker for every type of need, be it your residential need, be it your commercial need, be it your agriculture need, be it your any other needs. You would only look to one person, and probably there lies a fault. There is a separate advisor, a specialized advisor for every type of needs. Now, how do we look at real estate? Fundamentally, as I told you, we look at investment as an option, we look at asset allocation. That is our speciality. Why do we suggest real estate? Because we firmly believe in asset allocation. Now, in asset allocation, again, probably the same principle applies that most of the investors are emotionally attached to real estate, and our role as an advisor is to detach that emotion and guide you toward a good product that would continue to offer good returns. So by choosing good product in your interest, we connect you to a right real estate solutions.
बुरा वक्त हमेशा के लिए नहीं रहता, उसे भी इरादों के सामने झुकना ही पड़ता है।
2008 was a time that we would never forget in our life. I have no hesitation to say that I was almost penniless. I can say I collapsed. I started in 94 and 2007. I made a very ambitious business decision of building our own 4-floor office building. At the same time, I had a very unplanned business exit of my partner. I had to buy his stake. So lots of financials. We expanded heavily. And it came 2008, the financial crisis, and we genuinely collapsed. It was very easy for me to exit this business. There were buyers, they wanted to buy me out. And probably one thing that helped me survive, that no, this too shall pass. And today I'm so happy that I did not surrender. And today we are managing substantial wealth and maintaining those relations.
I'm excited to share that my son, who is just approaching graduation, is also very keen and excited to join this business, meaning thereby the continuation, the succession planning at my company is already in execution, and our customer, our employees and all the stakeholders would be benefited with the consistency of the relationship.
Again, let me quote Sir Warren Buffett, that if you don't know jewelry, know the jeweler.